Greetings, every peoples, your cult of personality here, ToonKritic's name, Toon's name of my game. Welcome back to Roundtable's Magic, a little show where we take...
Happy birthday, Keyframe!
Yes, happy birthday, Keyframe.
She's not even here.
Who started the music? We're gonna get copyright strikes on us.
That's for comparing her to Trixie. The tricks are for kids, whatever it's called.
Turn that off.
ToonKritic, we're a talk show podcast on a gaming stream site. We're already breaking the rule.
Yeah? Are we? I don't think so. Anyway.
Yes, we are. But anyway, that's beside the point.
we don't care about the rules. Anyway, so welcome back to Roundtable's Magic, a little show where we take a look at My Little Pony Season 6, 2, or whatever the heck we're on now. We're still on Season 2, and after the huge episode that we had with Dr. Wolf, who could we possibly get to top that? We really didn't. We kind of just went with the flow. But anyways, you know me, cult personality. We have the usual crew with us. We have Golden Fox.
Hi! How'd you love that?
Oh, that was you son of...
That was totally him.
That's for comparing her to the Trick cereal.
God damn it.
Tricks are for kids, my ass.
We have British Ninja.
Oh yeah, brother, the Britomania's coming for you. We have one hell of an episode to cover today. It's gonna be a super slam down, brother.
Oh man, and so many of the Mr. T references are gonna come in because
Mr. T, that's Hulk
I was
Hogan.
going for Hulk Hogan, brother.
Hulkamania,
Really?
brother.
It sounded like you were going for Macho Man Randy Savage.
It's really hard.
You know, it's those type of characters that have that aggressive show-off voice.
We also have Voice of Reason.
Hi. I got nothing.
And Lightning Bliss.
Don't be shy! Give me the cookies.
Alrighty then.
I guess we have to give it the cookies.
Keyframe is still not with us. She's still over in Germany with ANY. So, filling in for Keyframe, we have a good friend of mine, the legendary Puka himself, Twist of Fate.
Howdy there, Twist of Fate at your service.
And joining us are also, I guess you can technically consider him a special guest along with Twist, one of our special guests, Riley Miller.
Iron Will here, and I just...
that voice is hard to do.
You see, you need to channel it in, Riley.
Damn that lumbago.
Riley's cool though. He's just starting out his channel, so if you guys want to check out his channel, which is the link in the description since this is being recorded, you can find out his stuff. He's actually pretty good. I like to give people chances and whatnot, so he hasn't turned out to be some cringy dude yet. We'll see.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yet being the key word.
Alright, so today's episode we have is Putting Your Hoof Down. We just did a Fluttershy episode in the last episode, and now we're doing another one, and this one is quite a controversial one, to say the least.
Oh, yes. This is Mr. Enter's most hated episode.
Well, we
A
don't...
lot of people hate this episode.
Well,
You mean to tell me that one internet critic doesn't like something? My lord.
So,
You know what?
should
This is what it's...
Who should we get started with?
Well, if no one's raising their hand, I mean...
I am raising my tail! And my hooves!
I hear a voice in the distance, but I can't find it.
Can you guys hear anything?
Guys, you
It's
know it's
very
Bliss.
faint.
Let her go
I
first.
will explode the channel!
Alright. Go ahead, Bliss.
Yay! What I really, really love about this episode is that it took risks. Now, I know that a lot of people really find Fluttershy's behavior and probably the behavior of all the other ponies in the show, to be honest, to be really out of place and out of nowhere and just either really rude or really aggressive or really stupid. But I like that the show took a huge risk and changed something up to address a problem that does happen more often than we like to admit. A lot of us don't like to feel like doormats, and a lot of us don't like to be put down or treated unfairly, and you got to find that line have to stand up for yourself, and it's a serious thing to address. Maybe the episode took it too far, but I argue that it was willing to take risks, and I applaud it for that. I know it might have been a little over the top for some characters. I mean, but wow. It's like, okay, this episode blew me out of the water. I never expected Fluttershy to do this. I never expected other ponies to treat other ponies this way. That's just horrible. But it was different. It was something I've never seen before in other episodes. Heck, I don't even think Generation 1 went this far. Just on an emotional level. G1 has never been really that emotional in that regard. But this did. And that's what I like about it. So, I would pass it off to... Jeez, somebody jump up at once.
I'll go.
Okay, Goldie.
Okay, there's something I kind of want to add on to what Bliss said about the episode taking risks. There are some things I'm willing to argue about in which I know it's probably going to stir up some controversy in the comments section when this is uploaded on YouTube. But there's like a good and bad side in regards mostly to the moral of this episode. And I'm just going to explain, let me just get to the point of what I like about this episode. The scene I liked was when Fluttershy spoke down to Rarity and Pinkie Pie. Which I know that's the most hated scene that Mr. Enter hated, but that whole scenario was actually the point of what the episode was addressing. There's a point of defending yourself, but let it get to your head too much, it will become a problem. It will start to make you look like the bully or the monster. And I like that this episode was representing the two different sides and how it completely imbalances itself towards one person who gets pushed around like a rag doll. And that's kind of what the episode was aiming for. There is another side to that. Until I get to that, I will say that this is one of those points of where it's taking risks to get its point across. And I think it's one of the better reasons why this was taking a good risk, which is what Bliss was talking about in the aforementioned. So, until I get to the other part of what I didn't like about the episode over the very similar category, I'll pass it off to British Ninja.
Ninja.
Hello?
All right. Sorry, Mike broke out for a second. Okay, so my favorite thing about this episode is Iron Will. He's one of the coolest characters, at least one of the coolest male characters in the show. He's just a badass mashup of every ass-kicking 80s star, be it Mr. T, Hulk Hogan, Randy Savage. You know, this alpha male is a walking god of assertiveness, and I kind of like how they restrained him a little bit because he was very polite. He was willing to cut a deal. He was, I'll certainly speak on that later. He was easily the most memorable part of this episode, one of the funniest, his interactions with all the other characters. He was just the best, and I'm kind of upset he never came back.
No, he came back in the comics, but...
I don't count the comics as canon, but, it's a shame. But yeah, for this episode alone, whenever I look back on this episode, I think, God, what a manly bull. He was so cool.
Oh, Iron Will?
Yeah.
Iron Will. So, I guess I'll pass it off to the Puka Twist of Fita.
Okay.
Yeah, so we pick just one thing we liked, and then later on one thing we didn't like. So, what is one thing you liked about putting your hoof down?
I liked the overall. I thought it was a pretty good episode, the moral and everything. And just like Ninja was saying, I liked Iron Will's character because a lot of people want to say he's a villain, but he's not. He's just like he's kind of like the person who needs to teach her how to be assertive, but she takes it too far, so it's more her fault than his because he did his part. He did his end of the bargain. It's just he has to be there to guide her, but he's a very complex character, and he's. Again, it's sad that he hasn't come back since, but yeah, overall I thought it was pretty good, and I have to call me a bit biased, but I have to admit I get laughs out of Angel Bunny because he's just such a brat.
He is.
At times, you just have to laugh at him. I'm like, he's a little brat with Fluttershy and everything, but like at the same time, it's just like it's kind of funny just to see what he does, Yeah, overall really good.
All right, who do you pass it to?
Let's see, Riley.
Well, for me, I guess it would be the humor. I mean, between Iron Will and the Looney Tunes style Bugs Bunny, Daffy Duck back and forth, it was I just love that aspect of it. I mean, with Iron Will, God, man, I really wish he would come back. I mean, we've gotten Gilda and the Flim Flam brothers, but we haven't gotten him yet.
I know! Why hasn't he come back yet? Anyway, sorry.
Oh no, it's fine. But
We need to
yeah, I pay the fool. Yeah.
Wait, quick question. Am I a dummy, or did Mr. T really voice him?
No, that was Trevor Duvall.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought I was dumped there for a second.
My
Anyway,
God, if they got Mr. T,
If they
to voice
actually
it.
got Mr. T. Okay, if they got Mr. T on My Little Pony, we would have heard about it.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I just found it to be a very entertaining and funny episode.
Hmm.
Entertainment wise, anyway.
Mm-hmm.
so happy that people are finding it to still be entertaining despite I mean, I just felt like a lot of people hated this episode, but we haven't gotten to that yet. Sorry.
Oh yeah. So let's see, who hasn't gone yet? Voice?
Okay, thing I liked. I actually liked a majority of the marketplace scene.
Yeah.
With just the entire bit, with the exception of 2 points. I mentioned I made an entire video about how putting your hoof down could have improved. But I'll get to that when I get to my negative part. But I mostly like the entire marketplace scene. It did its job in terms of getting to the point that Fluttershy is unusually letting everyone walk over her, and the whole bit with Rarity using her charms and Pinkie Pie using her comedic timing and knowledge of Looney Tunes to help out. And just I know it's weird, but when Fluttershy was epically failing with trying to bargain, and when Pinkie Pie just stuck her hands no, I can't watch this. I can't.
Oh
watch
no,
this.
she rolled a natural D1.
Yeah. Anyway, I pass off the tune.
All right, so I don't remember really hating this episode. I don't remember really liking it either. But I think since dang Ninja stole my point. No, Iron Will is the best thing that for me that came out of this episode. There's something about him. There's something charismatic. I don't know what really interested me at first, but I was just drawn in by him talking and selling stuff. I'm just I don't know why. I kind of like this guy, but I think the episode did an interesting job of making him not be the villain. They made sure that he did not portray himself in, I guess, a way that would make fans really, really despise him. Or more so, have all the rabid Fluttershy fans be like, no, you stay away from my waifu. Don't you ever insult my waifu ever again. No.
Flash Sentry much?
Yeah, really.
I'll give you something while you like him.
Why?
Oh my
What
god!
did you...
Oh god.
Bliss,
yeah.
what the heck?
What is this? Oh my
No. That is not.
I like watching it.
I'm not even gonna touch that. No, I'm
Oh,
just...
that's-
It's not bad.
First off, how do you even know that video? Second off...
How do you not know this?
I know that video. Just for those wondering, she's trying to show me
What is
the
this link?
Iron
What is this
Will
link?
free video, the one of.
Oh my god, I think I know what this is.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
What is this?
Sorry, I
Free
had to
Eternal
turn on the
Summer?
volume. Yeah, okay, I've seen that. At first, I thought it was the other one where he's got a huge plate of spaghetti.
No,
Can you see?
it's funny actually. Iron Will was sort of I drew inspiration through a little bit of Iron Will for cartoons in a sense, which is actually very interesting. Overall, though, Iron Will is a great character. He should come back more often. I want to see him in season 7. I want to see what
Fuck
he
yes.
does. If not just... I don't like how he was in the comics. He had a really crappy role in the Siege of the Crystal Empire. I want him to come back fully, get an episode where something hilarious. I don't know. But anyways, I guess that brings me to my negative. What I do remember about this episode, I do remember the controversy about it. I remember that so many people were getting on, I guess most of the Fluttershy fans were like, no, you, like, don't ever be mean to Fluttershy, nah. But then Fluttershy goes full out rage mode against Pinky and Rarity, and no one bats an eye, and I'm like, are you guys seeing this? Like, seriously? Guys, like, she's just basically ready to curse them out, and you're totally okay with that. Okay, these people are stupid. That's what really bugged me most. I did not like seeing the controversy come out of it, because I remember when I was, I wasn't in the Rift at the time, but I could see the comments, and people were getting so butthurt over it, and I'm still sitting here like, just because a character does this does not mean you can excuse them for that. Not every character is your precious, perfect little waifu. You don't need to defend a imaginary character.
Oh,
Chill.
wait, you're upset that people are defending Fluttershy?
I am
or
upset
you're
that
upset
there's
that
a
she didn't
double
get punished
standard.
or something?
There's a double standard here. To where, like, people don't want Fluttershy to be bullied, but if Fluttershy bullies someone else, then that's perfectly okay.
As if she's justified, yeah.
And then this episode came back in full force. That topic did with Philly Vanilli, but that's way down the line. Anyways.
No, I didn't see it from that perspective. That's a good point.
No, it is. It's just you should not 100% like white knight your character, basically.
No.
You should not say, "Oh, they're perfect. They can do no wrong. Fluttershy is so perfect. She can never do anything wrong." And then she does this. No, Fluttershy is perfect. She's just misunderstood. Like, shut up.
That is ridiculous.
Yeah,
that's the
character
biggest thing
flaws
that
would add more of a dimension to base on
Exactly.
their counter.
That's the biggest thing that bugged me about it.
Yeah, I have so much to say on this, but I don't want to.
Anyways,
I don't want to delay. Yeah.
I'm gonna pass it back to Voice.
All right, just give me like 1 second. Let's see if I have the script I have for.
Wait, script?
No. I'm going back to my putting your hoof down script. See if I just see if I still have it, because it goes into my point of what I really didn't like about the episode. All right, now I forgot. I forgot. No, who said they didn't make Iron Will the bad guy at the end? I forgot who said
That was
who
me,
said that?
and I think Ninja as well.
Yeah. Bull crap. I hated the ending.
Oh boy.
I agree.
Yeah.
I really did not
I
like
was
the
going to
ending
mention
either.
something about that, but continue, Voice.
Yeah.
Okay, if I mentioned this in my whatchamacallit, I mentioned this in my how to fix putting your hoof down video. The thing that I was 100% on board with everything, most of the things that happened, including the berating scene, but the second they shifted the blame to Iron Will, well, I immediately hated it. Like, they made it out from like a traditional antagonist, not the bad guy, to the villain. Like, he did not, like, Iron Will did not make Fluttershy say her friends have no meaning in life. Like, that was all her. That was all her blind rage. Like, and I mentioned this, it sort of defeats the purpose of the moral of I should not go too far if I put the blame on someone else.
Yeah.
No, I agree with you. Totally hate that. Nothing he said was that suggestive. Don't be shy. Look them in the eye. If they're getting your way, either move around them or make them move, because they're obviously intentionally trying to be a jerk to you.
And
he never ever told her to go out of her way and harass people or make people cower.
Now, we'll say this, like, most of his advice was good. The only one I disagreed was with never apologize when you can criticize Republicans.
Seriously bringing politics in here?
No, I'll let it slide. It's all right.
Yeah, that could be.
You careful. You don't want to wind yourself like one other YouTuber we should not mention.
Oh, come
No,
on,
no.
let's not delve into petty squabbles.
Yeah.
But yeah, like like the whole, like again, he did give good advice, except for the one bad thing, yeah, I hate the ending. I really hate the ending. So I'll pass it back to Riley.
Well, a lot of my problem with it is, yeah, like people were saying, like Iron Will was made to be the bad guy by the characters when he really had little to nothing to do with it. And the other thing is, I've never been a big Fluttershy fan. Like until like season 4, she was my least favorite of the main 6. Now it's Rainbow Dash, but still, I liked seeing her be more than just a shy little thing. And I've always seen her as like, this is the audience. Like a lot of bronies tend to relate to her, and I thought the writers were intentionally holding her back because of that, because of her popularity. Nowadays, she's definitely grown up. She's definitely learning to be assertive and aggressive to an extent, but it's nice to see her like actually make mistakes and not be like, oh my, and all that. Between the Iron Will stuff and that, I don't know. I feel like I'm going on a diatribe, but when it comes to this episode, I get why some people hate it, but I think it's just, I think it's underrated.
All right, that seems fair. So
Yeah.
who do you pass it back to? I believe it's Ninja.
Twist.
Oh no,
No,
Twist.
it was Twist and me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Besides the,
I think we lost someone.
Huh?
Oh,
We
okay.
lost Bliss.
We lost to Blissy.
Lost this.
Yeah, probably for a second.
Oh no,
She got lost in the crowd.
she's so tiny I can't see her.
Oh, jeez. But the thing with this episode, like besides the Iron Will thing, the thing that gets me is how they wrote the background characters. Kind of like in most episodes,
like
they're really
Hoof.
chill people, and then this one, it's like unnaturally like a curse or something. Everyone just suddenly becomes assholes
Yeah.
for the sake of the episode. It's like, well, why change everything? I mean, unless Discord's involved, why make everything chaotic? So that's what kind of got me, is how they wrote the characters to be so uncouth and all that. There's that, and again with the whole moral thing, it's good to be assertive, but know when and when not to be. But I think it kind of fell flat somewhat with that message
Yeah.
by blaming someone that had nothing to do with it.
You guys are
Yeah,
stealing.
that's
from what
about it,
we
yeah.
say.
Yeah, it's
It's okay. That always happens. We end up stealing each other's points anyway.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Okay, so back to Ninja.
yes. Now this is going to be a slightly similar to what Voice of Reason said, but probably from a different angle. If any people watching have seen my reviews or have taken time to watch the podcasts where I've talked about episodes I've hated in this show, then you may pick up the number one thing that kills an episode for me, and that is logic. I like things making sense. It's a simple request, I know. So at the end, when the end of this episode comes around, Mr. Badass comes to collect Fluttershy's payment, and the way that they get out of this situation is complete crap. Iron Will did nothing wrong and deserved to be paid. Why? Because his method worked. Fluttershy was much more assertive than at the start of the episode. In fact, she then took that. The fact that she took it and went way off the deep end is not his responsibility. The way that Fluttershy weasels her way out of claiming that she wasn't satisfied is like someone buying a piece of gum, chewing it, and then refunding it because they didn't like the taste. I completely agree with Voice. She needed to take responsibility in that Iron Will deserved to be paid for his service, because just the ending completely breaks the logic of what they were trying to go for, because she's using assertiveness to basically get something for free, which is something that Rarity would do. You know, it's... I don't know, it doesn't seem right. It seems illogical. It seems bizarre and not completely missed the point. Like they tripped at the last hurdle. They nearly had the perfect ending where Fluttershy admitted, yeah, I'm sorry, I went off the deep end. Could I maybe meet you halfway? You know, use your assertiveness to meet him halfway. You know, give him some money towards his services while still saying assertive, saying it didn't work for me. You know, that kind of thing.
I get that was wrong on their part. That that they were taking advantage of that. But at the end of the day, that he shot himself in the foot by making that setup in the first place. Anybody could have used that against him.
I think I blame the writing of the show for purposely going out of, you know.
Yeah.
That's stupid. That's a stupid way to end the episode.
That's like me saying, if you're not satisfied with my artwork, you don't pay, you get it for free.
It defeats the point of the thing. Like,
I get what you're going for.
It defeats the point of Iron Will's seminar to begin with. It's meant to help people, you know. It's meant to make people better, and then he's just exploited by the end of this episode for being so kind, and I just feel bad for the guy, you know. Am I really meant to root for Fluttershy in this situation when she's just conned a perfectly good salesman?
Yeah.
I
don't
guess
know.
that.
I guess I'll pass it black to Blissy.
Pass it black.
I'm getting tongue-tied. Actually, no, like Golden.
I think it's Golden,
went
yeah.
before me. Yeah, my bad.
You guys stole my point. All of you.
Well,
Sorry.
sorry.
Look, I've been saying this the whole time. There's a good and bad side on the moral, and you guys pretty much took the whole show.
I've been secretly cracking your safe in the background while you're not looking.
Yes. Well, if it makes you feel better, we didn't mention the terrible background ponies. Like the Valley Girls in the queue.
Oh my god!
Yeah, I kind of did.
Yeah.
Twisted.
Okay, I'll always mention something that nobody mentioned. Rarity's mouth. You took bad advice from the mentor. No, Fluttershy took it the wrong way. That's her own fault for what she did.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, pass it to Bliss.
Aw. I mean, I could touch on the Valley Girls, but what I really want to touch on is that unknown fear of Fluttershy's personality that still lingers with me today that I really don't like. It makes me uncomfortable. It's one of those reasons why I'm not friends with certain friends anymore, because of the way they thought about me in a heated argument. Now, again, I know the saying, heat of the moment. When she said those things, she was angry. She was tired of being put down, and she felt like everybody was attempting to do that and telling her how to live her life. That being said, though, the way she said those things were things on her mind, apparently, about her friends. And that's the stuff she said was incredibly hurtful. I can't believe Fluttershy's friends are trying to tell new Fluttershy how to live her life when they are both wasting their time doing these mediocre jobs that no pony gets a flying feather about.
That's the closest we'll get to an F-bomb.
That was one of the worst things I think I've ever heard come out of a friend's mouth towards another friend, in regards to basically that friend is telling the other friends, you're wasting your life with these petty talents of yours. Nobody gives a crap about you, basically. And so this left a bitter taste in my mouth, because this tells me that, okay, I understand that's heat in the moment, but that still came out of her mouth. So she at one point did think this about her friends, that she thinks what they do is pointless. It's a terrible feeling that Fluttershy may actually think this way about her friends sometimes. Is this what some of our friends think about each other? Do we think that way about each other? It's like, you gotta do a little soul searching. It's like, if me and my friends were to get in a fight, would I really know where to hit them below the belt? And how would I know this? It's because I really feel that way? And that's that makes me uncomfortable about Fluttershy now. That's why she's like at number 5 for me, because there's a certain part of her personality that really makes me uncomfortable, because she is secretly judging and despising things her friends might be doing that she doesn't like, or thinks they are pointless.
She roasted Rarity like a goddamn barbecue. Like, oh, Petty? I thought Petty was what you were all about. I was like, oh!
With you and your petty sense of fashion. But I love Pinkie Pie's comeback. It's like, hey, you leave her alone. Passion? No, fashion is her passion.
I know, it's just when the whole squad tries to roast you, but you've been saving this heat for a millennia.
Yeah, it's like, oh! But still, you know what I mean, though. It's left that bitter taste in my mouth about Fluttershy, and it's really not gone away.
Well, you could make the argument that she didn't really think those ways, but she just thought that was the best way to get to her friends after them going after something that she felt like she was in love with being assertive and like.
Yeah, but to know about those things, she had to have thought about it at one point, and that's what makes me sad. That she thinks that maybe their stuff is pointless. That's horrible. But again, my argument is, and this is the only thing that helps me sleep at night with Fluttershy's character, is that it was heat of the moment. Everybody will say things they will immediately regret afterwards, because she did. She immediately realized what she said was horribly wrong, and she felt bad about it, and she's like, I am never coming out of my cottage again after after the way I treated you. And it's like, yes, you should feel bad. You should apologize to them. Not blame it on Iron Will!
Yeah.
Responsibility, people. It's a thing we all need to take, like it's Black Friday and it's on sale.
So yeah. I dropped the mic. But I won't, because it's on my desk.
It's an expensive mic. Don't drop it.
It is.
Yes, it's a very expensive mic.
Now, I'm not gonna lie. This has actually been a very fun podcast.
Yes.
But there's a reason that I've actually been waiting to do this episode. And there's actually... I've been practicing a little bit of this. I know we were making Hulk Hogan jokes and all that, but because we have this, just follow me on this. I think I have something to say. All right, let me just get it all out of my system. All right, here we go. Well, let me tell you something, brother. Iron Will ain't got nothing on this dude. I ain't afraid of no Minotaur who ain't got half the charisma and edge that I got. This Sunday, when you and I step into the ring, you ain't gonna be just blue. You're gonna be black and blue when I'm done with you, brother. You better recognize the edge is sharp as 300 samurai, brother. 300 samurai with a vengeance out of Little Tokyo. Knock, knock, brother. The edge is coming to you this Sunday at SummerSlam, and they're coming for your title. So what you gonna do, brother, when Edgemania runs wild on you?
I think
So
you
you
just
said
combined like
black and-
4 different wrestlers into one promo.
It's like, so when you said black and blue, did you meant Mo?
Oh.
I got some band-aids in case anybody needs some to bandage up those edge.
Foolish samurai.
Okay, I've
And
been waiting
no,
to do that.
I have not seen the new Samurai Jack episode. Please don't spoil.
That's a good point. Why aren't we doing a Samurai Jack podcast?
Are we? We could.
We should do. We should definitely do
I
one.
have to watch it though. Damn it.
4 minutes.
That was so fun. Anyways, so thank
You know,
you.
good job. That was pretty good.
Yeah,
I give you a
I've
clap.
I've been practicing that. Oh God, my throat hurts a little bit. But anyway. Yeah. Anyways, thank you all for turning out for this week's episode of Roundtable is Magic. Go ahead and give Twist and Ryley, some subs, some love on their DAs and their YouTubes and their
I feel the
Twitters.
love.
And their Twitters. Why the heck not? These guys are actually pretty good. Twist is a really good artist. Ryley, I got a good feeling about him. I feel like he's got some good content coming up.
Oh, thank you, Tan.
He's a
And
really chill guy.
yeah, thank you.
Thank-
So join us next week when we talk about the last roundup with Little Shy FIM.
Theme.
Ooh.
That's definitely going to be a fun episode. So, once again, thank you all for turning out for this. If you want to see this live on Twitch, go ahead and follow me on my Twitch. I do game streams on Tuesdays, Fridays, and I do roundtables on Sunday, which you can always catch on YouTube the day after it comes out. So, once again, thank you all for turning out for this. See you in the next episode. Thank you for watching, and stay awesome.
Bye bye. Bye bye.